Hey, what's up guys? It's Ivan. And in this video, I want to show you how to set up your help desk in Kartra so that you get a nice little help icon in the bottom right of your page. And you can not only help your customers, but you can also manage everything here within Kartra. So all those people that are going to your membership site, your order form page, your sales funnel, landing page, and so on, they will be able to contact you for help. So let's get into it. Let me show you how to set it up. So the first thing you need to do is click on Help Desks over here, and you will be able to see your tickets here. You'll have your live chat option over here, but don't worry, we'll get to that later. So just click on New Help Desk over here, and we're going to give it a name. So let's suppose Customer Support for Courses, or if you end up having different niches or different fields that you set up here in Kartra, maybe you want to do different help desks. So you want to make the name as specific as possible. And so we're going to go here from left to right, and then I'm actually going to show you how it works. It's pretty cool within your emails. So you can either host the help desk in Kartra, which is what we're going to do here, or you can host it in your own site. If that's the case, you're just going to link your URL. They're going to give you the code, and then you'll paste the code on your website, and you can choose which option you like for it to look like over there. But of course, the goal of this series of this course is to show you how you can utilize everything you need here within Kartra with just the one platform. So we're going to go ahead and hit save here. Then this is going to be the design template for the right side of the page. Okay, so when somebody enters your help desk, there's going to be the left side and the right side. The right side is what you see here. So you can customize it. You can't change the color manually, but you can select a theme. So you can set something that maybe looks more similar to your regular website design, which in my case is going to be bluish, something like that. Let's see if there's any other sort of blue, dark blue, okay. And then this dark option as well. So that actually looks pretty good, pretty similar to my website design. So we're going to hit save. And this isn't only for the login. This is also for the part where people will actually submit a ticket. So that's going to be the color of that button as well. So you're going to hit save, and then this is going to be the left side of the page. So what somebody sees when they go in your help desk, but it's going to be on the left side, right? So you can select, again, your theme just by selecting all these options here. You can also change the overlay color. You can change the opacity. You can change your image, set your own image if you like. I do like these images. I think I like this third one best, pretty professional. And then you can say, have questions. We have answers, something like that, or whatever you want to say. And that looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. So we're going to hit save. And of course, by the end of all this, you will see exactly what it looks like, how it works, how the emails work, how people can respond, everything. I'll show you. It's pretty cool. And so here you have your departments, right? So if you have a big team, you'll be able to add as many departments as you like. Technical support, however many other supports you want to add, you can do that. If you want to keep a certain one private so that people don't see it, but you see it so that you're able to categorize it better, you can do so. So we're just going to disable it. Click on save. And here's where you can activate your support channels. So you do have this live chat option, but you need a higher end plan. I think mine is the second or third or so, and you need one of the higher plans to activate it, but these are good enough as is. So obviously you want to enable your support ticket, which you'll be able to see tickets here and respond to them. So that's a given if you're doing a help desk. So you can say your average response time if you want, and average is more so AVG, I think. And then you're going to click on activate channel. If you offer phone support, you can do so here as well. You can say for billing support, contact this number, and then for technical support, contact this number. And then you'll specify your hours, click on activate. If you're using Skype, you would enter your Skype ID. Let's say Kartra. Let's say add network support. And then let's suppose it's the same options. You click on activate and then you hit save, and that's it. And then for live chat, you do the same thing. You just enable live chat, and then you'll be able to contact people via here. But again, you'll need a higher plan for that. So we're going to hit save. And now this is pretty cool. So you can make it so that people exclusively interact via help desk. So people will receive an email notification, and then they need to log in. Kartra will provide your customers, anybody that submits a ticket, with the login credentials, so email and password. And then they'll be able to, within this help desk platform, ask and respond to questions. Or you can enable seamless email communication, which is really cool, so that not only can people just email you right away, they don't even need to go to the help desk. And B, even if they do go to the help desk and you respond to them via the help desk, they will get an email and they'll be able to respond to that email. So this is much better, I think, because I don't know how familiar you guys are with customer support, technical support, but usually most of it is done via email, right? So if you have to log in, it just adds another extra kind of frustration step that I think is unnecessary. So we're going to enable seamless email communication. Now, I did buy in one of the previous sessions a domain, right? adnetworkexpert.com. And then I actually purchased a custom email for that, yvonne@adnetworkexpert.com. So I'm using this special dedicated email for my Kartra funnel, for my project here, right? So I'm going to select it all. Okay, let's just do that. I'm going to copy it and paste it here. And this is going to be my support email. And then I'm going to name it. So Yvonne Mana. Make sure there's no space before it. Make sure there's no space after. Okay, good. And then if somebody emails you, which department do you want it to go to? Because when someone emails you, they don't have the option, right? So by default, let's say it's going to be technical support. For this to work, you do need to set up a forwarding rule. So this isn't enough to just set this up and that's it. You do need to go into your mailbox. So this is my mailbox, private email that came with Namecheap. And you have to click on settings here. If you're using Gmail, same thing, you're going to click on settings, right? If you're using whatever other email you're using, just look for the settings. And then you're going to look for, I believe it's under mail, and then auto forward. So we need to forward this, right, to what they told you to do. So it's this one. So you're going to copy this whole thing, Control C, come back here, say auto forward, and forward all emails to this address. Again, make sure there's no extra spaces, nothing like that. You can keep a copy of the message so that you see it here as well. And then you're going to say apply changes. And so that's it for this part. So now if we go back to our mail, auto forwarding is active and any emails that customer sends will show up here as well as the Kartra help desk. Really, really cool, guys. Really, really cool. I'm going to show you how this works, but I was very pleasantly surprised. So let's move this over here. And so now that that's done, we've confirmed that. Let's hit save. Let's click save and next. You would add a wiki as well. So a wiki is like a Wikipedia, like a knowledge help center. So people can come in here to look for a specific thing. So it's going to be something like this. If I show you here in another tab, like what Kartra has here, Learning Center. If I click on Start Learning, basically people can search for things, right? They can look for specific things before asking you for help. So that's what you're doing here. So if you only have one product, then you can just enter that one product because we only have one course, right? But if you have multiple products and multiple different avenues for which you want to offer support for, you would enter all of them here. Now, in our case, we only have Google Ads course. So we can enter that here. That's okay. And then we're going to hit save. And so now we can choose if we want to actually enable this wiki knowledge base or not. So if we do, it's going to show up as another tab. So you'll see later on, once we create this, people will have the login option, they will have the submit ticket option, they will have a billing option, and then they're going to have the wiki option if you choose to select it. And from here, people are going to be able to look for answers to questions. So I'm going to checkmark this on just so you can see what it looks like. But if you want people to come to you just for help, you don't want to write out a knowledge base because it might have to be detailed, you can click on here, all right? So let's just add a category or two just so you see what it will look like. So we'll click Add Category, and we'll say Google Ads course. And then for the description, well, we could say, let's say Google Ads questions and answers, something like that. We're going to say Create. And then within the category, now we can add an article. So we're going to add an article here. We're going to say, for example, how to enter billing information, for example, right? And then we can say, to enter billing info, simply head over into settings and add it. And then you can add keywords. So let's say Google Ads billing. So this is so that people, when they search for something, they'll be able to find this article. Billing, Google Ads, billing, something like that. This is going to be associated for this product. So we're going to highlight that. We're going to say create. And so now this is going to be associated with this one. We could add another category such as payments, for example. So let's say payments and billing. We answer all payment related questions. And then here you would add multiple articles, right? Like, how do I get a refund? How do I do this, this, and that? So how do I cancel? To cancel, simply email us at ivan@adnetworkexpert.com and we'll help you, blah, 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 whatever you want to say. Here you want to say cancel, cancellation, stop plan, right? Whatever keywords it's related to, you'd select your product and hit on create. And so now you have these articles over here. So when you hover over each category, you'll be able to see all the different articles that you will have here. Okay, and then once we finish this whole thing, you will see what this looks like. So I think that's enough for now. Let's click save. Then we'll go save and next. And then in that help desk portal, like I said, the login, ask a question, this is where you can select whether you want people to actually see that billing section or not. So I'm going to say yes, again, just so you see what that looks like. But I also don't see anything wrong with adding it just so people know exactly what it looks like. All right, so we're going to hit save. And then because you enabled that billing section, well, you can also allow people to request refunds. I think yes. And over here, by the way, you can manually review every refund request or you can execute them automatically. I think automatically is okay. You can allow people to cancel subscriptions or do not cancel subscriptions. And again, automatic, or you want to review every one. So whether you have, this is for the cancel subscriptions and this is for the actual refunds. So we're going to hit save. And here you can capture people that end up asking you a question as a lead, or you can say no. So the default is no. I think it makes sense. I don't think people want to be emailed with something like, hey, I noticed you contacted our help desk. Let me sell you something, right? But if you do, you would select this option here. You would hit save, and then you would be able to fill in these options, right? You would assign a tag. So it doesn't have to be spammy like what I just mentioned, but you could say, yes, assign a tag. You can say, create a new tag. Let's say, question askers, right? Something like that. You can do that. And then here again, let's say people who ask. So maybe they're a little more involved, for example, right? You'd say affiliate marketing and you would say create. And so now anybody that asks questions, you'll give them a tag of question askers. Just for your reference, I don't think you'll be doing much with that. If you have a list, if you have a sequence that you want to add them to as well, you would do so over here. But we're going to leave that. We'll click save and next. And that is it. So the help desk has been done, but we do want to change the custom domain here as well. So we're going to click here. We're going to go to, let's say this one, and let's say help. That's our URL here. And so let me now show you what this is going to look like. Let's open this in a new tab here. So here's your image, right? So first people are taken to the wiki. So that's what the wiki looks like. People click on Google Ads and then they'll see all the information here. Let's go back here to the wiki maybe. Then they have payments and billing. So whatever articles, whatever FAQs, frequently asked questions that people ask you that you have, you can post them here, okay? Whatever the most frequent questions are. You can even not add anything at first, wait until you get some questions and then kind of put them into categories, say this is the most frequently asked question that I've been getting, let's create this wiki on it, right? Then you have your orders, so this is gonna be the billing section. Then you have the tickets. So Kartra is going to email people with the login and the password so they can log in here and see all their tickets. And then here they would enter their questions. Okay, so this is where we're going to actually practice, and let me show you what this is going to look like. So with the email, let's say we'll use my email, ivanmana.com, phone number optional, department. Let's suppose I need help with billing. I need a refund. And then I'm going to write here, I'm going to say, hello, I need a refund. Give me a refund, please. Now. All right. People can attach a file, really convenient, because some options don't give you that option to add a file, which really sucks. There's also the phone support, which, sorry, if you click on it, you'll see the different phone numbers, Skype, you'll see the Skype IDs, and of course the normal ticket. So we'll click on submit. And ticket has been sent. Okay, so let's keep an eye on this and see what this is going to look like inside Kartra as well as inside your actual email. So inside Kartra, you will see a little red warning here, a little red, not a warning, a little red indication that there's a new ticket. So you're going to click here and it's going to say this. right? And you'll be able to add a label to it. You'll be able to see the previous conversations. You can transfer agent, postpone the ticket, so kind of keep it as read for now until a later time. You can click here and say, okay, I'm going to respond to it again on the 18th. You can do that. So before we proceed further, let me show you what this is going to look like inside the actual email. All right, and so inside your email, in this case, ivan@ivanmana.com, the email that we use to send the support ticket, I have received 2 emails. The first one is telling me that there is a new support ticket that has been updated. So somebody submitted a new support ticket. Now, the reason why you might see this email is because in my Kartra account, my main email in my profile is ivan@ivanmana.com. So they're basically letting me know here that, hey, in your Kartra account, somebody sent you a ticket. So that's why you get that email. The other email that you should have received is this one. Now, this is the one that actually pertains to the help desk saying, hey, thank you for your ticket. We've received it, right? So imagine this account, this email is the user, right? That's me. I'm the user here in this example. And I got this notification because I submitted a ticket. And then here's the password. Here's the email to log in to see the ticket thread. So now within Kartra, let's respond and let's see how that gets reflected. So we're going to say new reply. By the way, you can have canned responses. I'm going to show you how to do that as well. Those are pretty cool. You can say, hello, hello. What do you mean by that? Can you please clarify? And then we can assign this ticket to me so that I'm the only one that's going to respond to the ticket. If you have multiple support agents, email me if there's a reply or post as a private note. So if you want to post something as a private note to your other teammates, you can do so. But we're going to deselect that. We're going to keep everything as is. We're going to say post message. So now what should happen is we should now receive this email in over here, right? So we should know that we have received a response. So let's see if we can refresh and see if we get a response. And so here we got the response, right? So because we responded via Kartra, here's the reply. Hello, what do you mean by that? Can you please clarify, right? And so now what we can do is we can either log into this portal and keep the conversation going, or we could reply here and we can say this, and we can hit send. So again, it's coming from Ivan@ivanmana.com. That's the customer, right? And then within Kartra, if we hit refresh, and so I had to refresh the page several times, but then you see the response right here. I need a refund. Don't you get it, right? And over here in our email, we see it over here as well. So if we go back to our email here, if you hit on reply, you'll see that it will go to Ivan@adnetworkexpert.com. Right? So it will go to this email because that's who you're replying to, but it will also show up in Kartra because we set it up that way. And so this is how the conversation is going to keep going. People can keep replying via their email and it will land in your Kartra, and you will also get it here if you wish. You can change the auto forwarding option. So if you go back to auto forwarding, you can set it so you don't see anything here, for example, that you only see everything in Kartra. So if you go back to settings, click on auto forward. I believe it's going to be this option, keep a copy of the message. I believe so. But basically, you'll be able to connect to people via email and via your Kartra. So really, really cool, really, really smooth integrations. Pretty happy with that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully, this gives you an idea for how this works. Now we've tested it. We know it works, right? So let me show you some of these other features here they have. So obviously, live chat, you do need to... Let me just click on my plans and show you. So I believe it's going to be this professional plan at least that you need. Over here, if you click on, yeah, live chat. So you need at least the professional minus Kartra growth, but that's the idea. You have analytics, so you'll be able to see stats for how many people contact you, how many average tickets there are, how many average responses, all of that. And then you have, so the basic help desk, and then you have tickets here. You have canned responses, so this is pretty cool. So this one I already created before. Let me just go ahead and close that or delete that. And we're going to add another response. So yeah, I mean, like, how do I cancel or how do I get a refund? Oops. How do I get a refund? So that's the response name. It's only 40 characters and they don't even allow question marks. So that's okay. So we can say here, hey there, to get a refund, simply go to, I don't know, adnetworkexpert.com/refund request and fill in your details. Thank you. Okay, so this is going to be a canned response, for example. You can enter more if you like by clicking on over here. You have signatures. Before I show you how they actually look like, let me show you signatures, and then I'll go in and show you. So here you have different owners, so you can add a signature. So this is the only team member right now that's on this account, right? That's me. So what you can do is click Add New Signature, and you can say Ivan Mana at add networkexpert.com, for example, and that's going to be my signature, right? So then you no longer have to manually add it yourself when you reply to tickets. And then you have labels, so you can label specific tickets. So you can say, okay, this is very important, highly important, not important, low priority, high priority, top priority. You can do that. So you can say, for example, high priority, need urgent care, reply in 2 hours, right? Let me copy the whole thing. Let me click on create, add label, and let me say, let's say low priority. And then for this one, we're going to say reply in 2 days or up to 2 days or however you want to do it. And so now let's go back to tickets and let me show you what this actually looks like. So over here, you can add a label now. So you can say, okay, this one is going to be high priority because this guy looks angry, right? So high priority, respond in an hour quickly, or get somebody else, right? Get another person to respond ASAP, something like that. You can change your status here. So you probably don't want to delete it or resolve it until it's done. And then when you reply, so this is going to be your signature right here, right? You don't have to do anything. And then you can select a canned response. Where's our canned response? Not showing up here. That's odd. Let's go back to canned responses. Did it not save or something? Yeah, looks like it's here. Oh, sorry, we didn't assign it a help desk. We have to assign it to this help desk, right? We forgot to do that, my bad. So if you don't see it, that's why. So let's come back here. So you have your signature, and then you click on your reply. Oops, click on your reply, and then here you can say embed, and it's going to be here, and that's it, right? So very simple. Now I don't have to type anything, and then I'm going to click post message. And then I should get it here. And if we refresh several times, I should get it in the email. Okay, so I had to refresh it one more time, but here it is, right? To get a refund, simply go here and fill in your details. So Ivan Mana at @networkexpert. And so that's pretty much it. So now if you go anywhere, like if you go to, I think, pages, for example, right? And you go to, let's say, your sales page. If you go to edit, you'll be able to toggle now this help desk option on the left. So you click here, you say display, if you have Kartra or if you're using from somewhere else, you click here and then you need to paste the code. But we have Kartra, we have customer support courses, and then you can choose what you want it to look like. They have all these options here, the common this one with a nice looking lady there. They like to do that. And then, yeah, I think if you go back, let me see. Yeah, so I like this one, right? And then you can display a bubble message, so something that shows up immediately upon landing, display only to returning visitors, or just display to everybody, basically. So we can say to everybody, name of support agent, let's say Ivan Mana. Hey, how can I help you today? And it's going to be a little pop-up right there, right? And then you can select your theme. Yeah, there's not too many options, but I think it looks pretty good anyway. The red one's really flashy. I think white one's the least invasive, right? And so once you've applied that, make sure it's saved. Just click on Save Progress again just to be safe. Let's close out of that. And then we publish live. And let's see now what it's going to look like. So we'll look at the code, homepage, home. And now we should see the little help icon. Hey, how can I help you? People click here. People go to support. If you have live chat, there's going to be the live chat option. And then people submit a ticket. Okay. So that's how this works. That's how you set up your help desk for your site, for any of your pages, and have it all integrated together so that you can reply and have all these conversations within Kartra. If you guys haven't tried Kartra yet, make sure to take advantage of my exclusive offer by going to go.ivanmana.com/Kartra. I give you a 30-day free trial and 20% off on your first purchase after the trial. All right. So a really cool discount that you can take advantage of so you too can benefit from all these cool additional Kartra features that they have. All right. So thank you for watching this video. I will see you in the next section.